said court assassin is a wrong and a liar. And so I can put on this app and get accused of being a wrong and a liar and a child abuser and all the shit people throw at me.
I never said anything about child abuser. But AJ is right. You know, with the children, and this is what AJ's put out. He did get full custody, and that is unusual.
That's what Angela tried to do to me, and that is wrong. I deserve an apology off her.
You won't get one.
No, but that is disgusting.
But then, yet you contradict yourself here because, well, say contradict yourself. It's double standards because you've got someone in your box that you can control that has just called me a liar. So what's the difference?
And
you won't get one until all the app turns against her, like they did with me. And all the app turns against her, then she'll apologise.
I'll just show everyone again.
I never turned the app against anyone.
For everyone that's missed it. The tribunal accepted Miss Amna's evidence that she had been forced to have intercourse without her consent, right? She reported the incidents to the police, but at the time she was unable to give clear evidence and pursue her complaint. This was due to her personal circumstances and poor mental health. We found that Miss Amna was a victim of a crime of violence, as defined in paragraph 4 of the scheme, and had cooperated as far as reasonably practicable in bringing the assailant to justice as required by paragraph 23.
Get Bez out the live. Who's
there you
Bez?
go, tribunal judge. Yeah, so you know what,
Angela, since you're cam 2 in this, Angela.
I actually wasn't cam 2ing it. I think I had Talia in the box, so we were actually talking about EQ, so.
Called evidence, facts and receipts. She's provided facts.
Unfortunately, court assassin didn't have clear evidence because that's what they've put in there. If you actually listen with your ears, it said, unfortunately, she didn't have clear evidence. I do believe her, however. I do believe she went there, absolutely. But it's not evidence either. Unfortunately. And I say unfortunately. But yes, I do believe her. Because I have no reason not to.
Receipts. Where's your facts and receipts? You haven't got an eeks, it never happened. Or what are you going to do? Sit there, cry and say, I didn't report it, I didn't have the audacity.
But yet you sit there, hosting the live, allowing someone to say that they don't believe me. So there's the double standards.
To report it or whatever you're going to claim. You're a liar, Angela. We all know you're a liar. You say things to gain reactions, and you're using court assassin's trauma to gain views and reactions. You are sick. Absolutely sick.
No, I was actually talking about the EQ. She just jumped into my box. So actually we were talking about something else when she decided to jump in my box.
Folks, I'll get too angry.
Right,
send me everything over, right?
So why is court assassin sending things to Corey? Can't do it yourself, court assassin?
Corey, bye-bye.
All right,
Bye.
Yeah, there you go. Baz is CA's mod who doxed young... Oh? Baz? Really? Who's that? I don't know who Baz is. I tried to put Laura in. I don't know where she's gone.
Angie, it's this man here. This is just facts. If the child's dad did do that, right? If he did do that, and I'm not saying he didn't, do I believe or no? But if he did do that, why would the courts give him full sole custody of a child? If he raped a woman, why would that dad have full custody of that child?
I don't think she's talking about AJ. I think she's talking about someone else.
But it's the daughter's dad she's talking about, and he has full sole custody of that child. Yes, it's the daughter's dad she's talking about. He has full custody of that child. If that was true and she was raped, if that's true and she was raped, why would he have full custody of that child?
Are you sure you're not talking about a random though?
No, it's the daughter's dad. I promise you, chat confirm, it's not AJ, it's the daughter's dad. Why would the daughter's dad?
You know what? I don't really, because, listen, this happened to me. I don't really feel comfortable talking about a trauma. Do you know what I mean?
But Angie,
I'm just saying about not being believed. Do you know what I mean? I believe her. did I believe in he said accusation, JJ. He never said that she'd been raped.
Angie, if the daughter's dad raped her, how would he get solo custody of that child? She has to get supervised visits. AJ said last night she threw food on the floor for her kids to eat food off the floor. Fuck's it, come on. Why would why would both fathers have sole custody of their children if she wasn't a nasty piece of work?
Right, I didn't know any of that, to be honest. But you know what? Can we not talk about the trauma, the grape? Because I don't feel anything else.
I get that, right? I get that, and I respect that. But Angie, you seem a sensible woman. At times, I'll be honest. At times, if this was true and he did do that to her, would he have solo custody of that child? Would the courts give him sole custody of his little girl if that was true?
Right,
it is false information and it's an accusation, and she wants to be ashamed because it's women like her why women do not be believed when it comes to circumstances.
This woman is my troll. She is my abuser. I have never met her. I'm coming on here now to tell her to stop talking about me. Seven videos are going to the police today about this woman. I am respectfully asking her to stop talking about me and my kids. She is my bully and my abuser.
Your son
why are you talking about my kids? Stop talking about my children. Stop talking about my children. You relentlessly troll me. Go away. Stop talking about me. Why are you talking about my kids? You are a wrongin. Stop talking about my children. You are a wrongin. Stop talking about my private family life. You are a wrongin. I am taking this to the police again. And your solicitor, who I have emailed that you haven't paid to respond to me because you are a liar, I am telling you to leave me alone. It is Monday the 7th of April, 2025 at 15:38, and I am asking this woman who abuses me on the app to leave me alone.
You're leaving the box where I am.
Talking about me and my children again. I am telling you to stop it. It is vile and it is disgusting.
You come into the box where I am, and now you're
speaking about me and my children and my private family life. Leave me alone.
Court says, and people are going to talk about it because AJ did an exposure on you last night.
Yeah, but she's encouraged AJ to do an exposure. This woman has sent me a cease and desist letter, and her solicitor hasn't even had the audacity to message me back because she is a liar. Her solicitor is going to get a what for when I send him this today as well. This is ridiculous. I've already told everyone the date. It's Monday the 7th of April and it's 15:39. This woman is talking about me, my children, my trauma, my grape. It's none of her business. She fires hate lies about me every day. She has ranked social on me. I have come into your box to tell her to leave me alone. This is also 7 videos are going to the police as well. It's still under investigation. She's still under investigation. I have rang the police today. It is still under investigation. No, I am not lying. No, I am not. You will be getting arrested. And this video is going to the police. Stop talking about my grave. Stop talking about my wife. And stop talking about my children.
Maybe Laura speak now, man. Can I hear?
Okay, Angie, was I in your box first and she came in?
Yeah.
Okay, so she followed me into this box and she's going to the police. Her son chooses not to have a relationship with her. See, no matter, forget about me, forget about AJ, forget about Court Assassin. There's a 10-year-old child involved here. That 10-year-old child has decided he wants nothing to do with his mum. The person who birthed him, the person he called mum first. That's the child she birthed first. That child, take into consideration, that child wants nothing to do with her. It's that child's choice. AJ has broke many people's hearts last night by saying she threw food on the floor for her kids to get. She was in a bed naked with 2 men while their children in bed.
But however, you choose to believe what you want to believe at the end of the day.
Angie...
No, I'm talking to the viewers. You can believe it. I chose to believe a lot what AJ said myself.
I stand with AJ and I can put my children's lives on it and say I stand with AJ. She is a wrong'un, she's a foul human being and she's a deadbeat baby mum. That's all she is. If that was a man treating her children like that, they would be in prison. She came into this box, was here. I do not believe she was raped. I stand by it. I do not believe it. And if she was raped, how does that father have full custody of that child? He has full custody. She has to get supervised visits. People wake up.
Pursued the great though. She did. I don't feel comfortable talking on her trauma. I do believe her on that one.
Angie, if that's the case, how does that father have full custody of that child? Just explain that to me. If he was
I know it. I know the truth. The people in my life know the truth, and I shouldn't really be having to be forced to speak about this. So can you please drop it, Anne? It's unacceptable. I don't have to explain my private life to this woman. It is every day. She talks about me. She talks about my kids. It is a very, very sensitive matter, and I would rather you, Angela, not entertain this, because I am not going to explain such a sensitive thing on this app to her, to give her satisfaction for her to carry on talking about me. I only came in the box just for the recording. I only come in the box because he was again talking about me, my children, my past, my trauma. Can you respectfully leave me alone?
I don't want to talk about anyone else's trauma, okay? I've spoken on mine, that's me though. I don't want to talk about anyone else's.
Well, Angie, when it comes, tell it you think of it. Why does the father have folks?
But I'm telling you, that's none of your business. That part of my life is none of your business. Can you stop talking about it? It's none of your business. I don't have to explain that to you. I don't have to explain my history to you. Who are you to demand for me to explain my history to you?
She is bicycle assassin. Everybody wants a free ride. Go to bicycle assassin. That's exactly what she is.
What's all over the app? Something's all over the app, CA. What's all over the app?
You are a bicycle, a free ride for men. You had smaxy time in front of your children in the bed. I stamp with AJ, and so does every normal human fucking being stamp with AJ. You are wronging. You came into this box when I was in this box. You came on this when I was here.
I told you, I came in to tell you to stop talking about me and my kids.
You don't have to come in the box when I'm here. You're chasing me around the app. You were in my friend's life.
Sarah Sharif had full custody of her. Look what happened to her. Google Sarah Sharif.
You come in. Sarah Sharif's dad
had full custody of Sarah Sharif. And look what happened to her. Look at what happened to Sarah Sharif. Her dad won custody of his child in court and then killed her.
You are worse than Rose West. Worse than Rose West. You make Rose West look like a fucking angel.
Oh.
Truth hurts you. Well, anyway, Angie, the father.
Yeah, I think we should just shut this down now, because I don't want to be talking to someone's trauma. Like I said, there was a miscommunication with me and court assessment. AJ, he said accusation. He didn't say he'd been through that.
Well, I still don't believe it's true, because if it was true, he wouldn't have
been through that.
If it was true, he wouldn't have sole custody of that little girl.
Well, Sarah Sharif, everyone Google Sarah Sharif and look what happened to that little girl last year. It happened just because people with custody doesn't mean they're the better parent.
Listen,
Things happen. No, it doesn't.
You're a free bicycle, a free ride for everybody. You were not raped, and you're the world shit, mate. Angie, goodbye. Enjoy your day.
Angie, you should be ashamed of yourself. Ashamed. You should be thoroughly ashamed of yourself that you are entertaining people constantly talking about my kids, my private family life, forcing me to discuss things on this app that I should not have to discuss. She is a troll. She is my troll, and that recording is going to the police and her solicitors.
AJ, off your pop.
Bye. See you later, Ange.
That's true what she said, though. You know, if that's the same person, how has he got custody of your kid? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't to me. Absolutely not. One sec, guys. It just and there's something that's gone wrong there. I'm not saying that it didn't happen, or I'm just saying there's something wrong in the justice system. Then, if that's the case, there's something wrong in the justice system. Because how has a guy, because let's now turn it on to the guy, because she's got this happened, she pursued it, what she did, she read out evidence. How has he got custody? I think that would be more of a concern if that happened and he's got custody of the kid. She brought it on her life to have herself. Do you know what I mean? So that's the concern, if that's the same guy. Accusation, he was never charged. No, we can't sit here and call it. Well, that's actually true as well. We can't actually say he's a guilty man, because in the eyes of the law, he's not been convicted. You know, but I'm not going to sit here and not believe someone that has said that happened to them. I'm not going to do that either. Oh, God, here's Jims. Is that Jims in the box? No, it's not. Oh, it is a Jims. I thought I saw you. Yes, Jims.
Hi, Angie.
Hello, Jims.
With all the above said and taken into consideration, yeah, can I just ask the lady that's screaming and shouting, what actual business is it of the ladies that's screaming and shouting? Because she's now getting involved in children's parents and etc. etc. She's getting all het up. She's, yeah, we empathise with what's gone on with Courts and AJ, etc. Heard AJ tell a lie last night saying I screenshotted his kid. That's a load of rubbish. So I know that AJ does tell lies. That's rule number one. We know Court Assassin is up and down, etc., etc., but she's a human and she's a woman, right? So we've all had drama in our lives with, you know, courts and maybe social services and stuff like that. What business is it of that lady's that's miraculously...
I don't really know the whole thing that's gone on between them two.
Specifically, right, so it's a personal vendetta then, yeah?
I don't know. Listen, I know there's some stuff. I don't know what the problem is there, to be honest. No.
Right, so what it is now is Court's going to be upset that you've let this lady just practically really drill her, abuse her, say that her son doesn't love her and stuff like that. That little boy loves his mum. It's just certain things that are going on is making it difficult for family situations to run how any normal family probably would. But that lady can't go to say that that little boy doesn't love his mother. Yeah? Now, that's the part that upsets me when people go on TikTok and say, you can say whatever you want about the parent and this and that, but you don't know how that babby feels about his mum. Yeah? You don't know how Courts feels about that babby. Now, that's her flesh and blood. All I'm going to say is I think there's too many people, there's too many spoons in the pot. And I think people should lay off because you don't know what people are going through. And we've seen Courts having a few extra drinks and stuff. She's got a partner. She's going through situations at the minute. And this Laura just seems to be jumping in anytime there's like a situation where Courts is looking or feeling maybe a bit vulnerable or, you know, I don't know. But at the end of the day, I apologise to AJ if he thinks that I screenshotted his kid. I didn't. I just screenshotted something that was going on in his situation. Before, when they was arguing on TikTok, I screenshotted a comment, but obviously the kid was in the picture or whatever, but I would never put that anywhere. Court Assassin just needs to stay calm. When people do talk about your kids, like yesterday, you let that lady absolutely annihilate me, say that I'm a poor parent, I'm a crackhead.
No. That's your choice, James, to stay in the box. You could leave. I stayed quiet.
I didn't respond back.
Take zero.
That's fine. Let me speak. I wasn't upset with you, Angie. I said,
what I'm trying to say. You know, I'm not having to go at you, Jims, but you know, I'm sick and tired of people saying you let it happen.
Let me finish. I don't mind. It's TikTok, yeah. TikTok. Like you take me with a pinch of salt. I took it with a pinch of salt. You didn't let me finish, Angie, yeah. But at the minute, Court Assassin is obviously feeling very like it's all exposed everywhere. And she just wanted to say, can you just like lock it off? Because remember that woman that always kept coming for you and this and that. She kept screen recording you and trying to take views off your platform and all that stuff. I feel like that Laura's trying to do that to Courts.
I don't know the whole details with Laura and the Court Assassin, to be fair. I don't know. I think they've both got police cases against each other.
All right, well, I'm going to drop because I don't want you to be upset with me, Angie, yeah?
Upset?
No, but that's just my opinion. I just think that it's just all up in the air. I think that Court Assassin is going through a hell of a lot at the minute. I
think she should be turning to AJ because he put it all over. It's all over the app. He put it all over the app.
I think that people have their hurdles on TikTok, you know, like their first year hurdle, second. I'm on my fifth, and we just know how the game goes, yeah? But Court Assassin is still at the beginning, and it's really emotional to her, like how this woman can say this and that, and do you know what I mean?
Hi, James. It's me you're talking about. Have you had a conversation with Court's little boy to ask, does he love his mum? Just answer me that, because I can answer it truthfully.
Hello?
Have you had a conversation with Court Assassin's little boy? They asked, does he love his mum? Did you miss AJ's live last night when he was saying she threw food on the floor for her child to eat? Did you miss that part?
1 second, darling. I hear every single thing you're saying, but I can't still now.
Dempsey, no, did you miss the part where I just asked you, have you had a conversation with her son for her son to tell you he loves you?
I would
or he loves her?
ask someone's 10-year-old little boy how they feel about their mother.
Have you listened? So when she's going to court,
it's not my business to go and ask Court Assassin's little boy how they feel about their mum.
See when they're going to court and that little boy standing up in court saying he's scared of his mum and he doesn't feel safe for his mum, does that child's feelings not count? Does that child's feelings not taken? Okay, so that's the reason why.
Can you not shout at me, please? Angie,
what AJ said last night about her throwing food on the floor for that child to eat, or her...
Angie, can I reply to this lady, please?
James, I would send you agree with.
Can you reply, please?
See if I call her out on her wrongs, I'll call her out on her wrongs.
Can I just reply, please? Right. Basically, I hear exactly what you're saying. And I understand, I've been through court proceedings and stuff myself. Nothing like that was ever said about neglect, etc., etc. I just feel like you as a human and Court Assassin as a human, I just think that she's taking it a little bit too far. That's just like any random person called Curly Sue really disliking me off TikTok, then divulging into all my social services background, then coming on TikTok and making money from it and all this stuff. I'd expect you to do it, or EQ, or, one of the big creators where everyone knows my kids winning care. Everyone knows my baby father's business. But I just think as a personal outsider, she's proper took it really too far, and she's coming for courts like courts can't breathe at this minute from this woman that she don't even know, Angie. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say, Angie. I just think that
I know they've both got police cases, but maybe they should.
This random lady is going in when. Yes, it's all happened. It's all a shame. Things have happened that maybe none of us know about. But at the end of the day, it's actually not this Laura's business. And she's now torturing Court Assassin in a big way. She's torturing her. And it's not good to watch.
But she takes her business on the app. Nobody can judge her only for what she puts on the app. I do not make money on TikTok. I'm not in the creator fund. I don't do TikTok shop. I do not make money in this app at all. And anyone that supports me on this app.
And that's fine. So why are you trying to
raising awareness and calling her out when she's in the wrong?
That's fine. So why are you so into literally bringing just this one person down?
It's not about bringing this one person. This one person brings everything to the app. She puts her whole life on this app.
Can I say something quick? Laura, if you care about this little boy, like you say you do, why are you sitting on here talking about it? Because kids don't stay kids forever. They grow up and there's something called it. It's none of your business. It's not even your child.
It doesn't matter. This is a conversation.
But you're sitting in it. You're sitting here telling someone whether we like Court Assassin or not. It's not your place to tell a mother how her underage child feels. The boy's 10. Who are you to come up here and talk about anybody's child loving their mother?
Are you saying a 10-year-old can't make a
I'm saying, who are you
I'm not good at
as a stranger on the internet to come up and say that little boy does not love his mother and all these things? That's not right. Come on, fix up.
Everything on this app. People are going to judge her for who she is.
Yes, people are going to have an opinion. I understand that. But the fact that you're up here saying, oh, well, he don't love his mum and all that. Have you had a conversation with him?
He don't.
Do you know how he feels?
Torian, that's none of your business. That's none of your business.
You just said that people can have an opinion, so it is my business.
So whether I've had a personal conversation.
Imagine if that little boy scrolls into the internet right now, or AJ, you say you care about AJ and you're sitting down talking about his child loving his mother. Oh, it's none of your fucking business.
It's plenty of my business.
No, it's not. Not when you say things like that.
He doesn't love her. I stand by it. I stand back.
Yeah, I don't think that's your opinion. You're entitled to opinion.
Say that.
You know what I mean?
She can have her opinion, but that's out of order.
Exactly. It's not out of order. It's facts.
It is.
You can't say that.
I can't say it.
Exactly, Gemma.
You know what's wrong? You just don't like the fucking truth. Say one come and call us out on the truth. You can't handle
I've just asked you, have you had a conversation with... So how do you know he don't love his mother?
That's none of your business.
What do you mean that's none of my business?
That's
You're
none
up
of your
here talking
business.
about his feelings.
I've had conversations with AJ.
So then, so you've had conversations with AJ?
Yes.
Okay, so because you've had conversations with AJ, you are coming up here with no facts, no evidence to say that.
No, Torian, did you watch the live last night when
That's
AJ
crazy.
said, no, Torian, did you watch the live last night when AJ said she threw food on the floor to the child? Did you watch that live last night when she threw food on the floor for a child to pick up? Did you watch the same live I watched?
No one knows that's true. It's just an accusation.
No, come
No one
on.
knows that's true. That's just what AJ said out of anger. No one knows that's true.
By saying that, right, and I said it before, it is uncommon for a male to have full custody of a child.
Both fathers have full custody of their children.
Angie, can I just speak for 1 second? And I shouldn't even say this. Check it, yeah. I'm 42, right? And my baby dad's 54. Very vicious man. Very vicious, Angie, yeah? I'll give him your real name. You can look him up. I promise to God, you'll be like, what the fuck did Gemma go through, yeah? He used to lock me in a cupboard and all this stuff, you right? He went to jail for it. One sec, AJ. He went to jail for it. He came out and he's still got half custody of my 2 daughters, Frankie and Robin. So after he'd assaulted me, after he'd gone to jail for it, he was still the father of my children. So in his life, he's got 2 children, 2 Gemma. So therefore, he still wants to see his children. When he went to court to apply for half custody of my children after viciously leaving me for dead, Angie, and I never talk about stuff like this, he still got my daughters 4 days a week and I got 3. Then, whilst that was going on for 2 years, and he never used to really turn up for them, even though he did pay for them a lot, he then went back to jail for assaulting another woman, and the girls ended up coming to me full custody. So men can still have their children. Now, I don't believe that AJ has assaulted anyone. I just believe that last night he got angry and said a few home truths that he probably should have kept in, but we all do get angry and say stuff. Come on. It's unfortunate for AJ that this baby mum and baby father drama's on here. As a black man, it is embarrassing.
It's not a good look.
Yeah.
I didn't take a screenshot of your son. I took a screenshot of a comment, and your son might have been.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Jem, that time you took a full screenshot of me and my son in a bed in a hotel and was like, look at AJ begging for gifts in a hotel room with his son. Anyway, that's the water under the bridge. That's not what I've come up here for. The whole purpose of why I've come up here is just to basically say to you guys, everything that I've said has been proven by social services, and I've got bare recordings of it all. I put recordings out there already. Can you guys remember when I put that recording out when she was saying I was alienating him, and I proved my point, showing that I speak to my son every Friday about her? Can you guys remember that? You remember all the video recordings that I put out about her saying he can keep the kid if I can have the benefits? All of them kind of things that you guys have got selective memory in it. Some of you lot forget all of the stuff.
I remember stuff. I do remember things have been put out there, AJ. I'm not going to deny that things have been put out there, but I came to the conclusion that all this was going to keep off. Can I
ask you a question? One second, James. Can I ask you a question, JJ? And I don't really want to talk about the trauma of the great, but that's not true. That the accusation, because you did show evidence of that.
Listen, right, so obviously there's a lot of women, she's right, there's a lot of women that go through those horrible things throughout their life, right? And a lot of them don't get it proved and don't get it facts and all of this. But if you actually clocked what was on that, it was a tribunal. So what she was trying to do was try and get compensation out of him for nothing.
I did see that.
So if you lot actually look at it and clock it properly and look at all of these things that she's putting out there, that's what it is. Now, I don't really want to have to keep on going on about it. I just got pissed off and I'm sick of all of the shit that she talks about. And every time she gets pissed, my baby father this, my baby father. Listen, that pisses me off because I would rather not her address me as her baby father. You get what I'm saying? So eventually, I'm getting sick of it. All this alienation business as well. You lot have already heard the phone recording from social services telling me not to bring him around her. So how is that alienation? These are the things that I've had to sit on for like 12, 13 months, and I've said shit all about it. But you know what? It's got to the point now that I don't care. And I'll say something and I'll have my say, and then I'll leave it. So all these people that want to say that I'm a narcissist, I'm this and that, you lot are forgetting all of the shit that she does 24/7. I don't respond, but the one time I respond, I'm a bad guy. Make it make sense.
No, I've said none of that, though.
No, not you in general. I'm on about people that go
That's
against
why I
me or
said
whatever.
AJ, check it. AJ, check it. Where do we go from here with this lady in the middle? Because she is on
So
one.
so listen, the thing with Laura is I've already told Laura, listen, you're not going to win with this one because it's just going to go backwards and forwards, backward and forward and backward and forward. And oh, listen, I'm
Daddy
dropping
has
because
some-
this
Why
is
are you doing this?
I am not
Why are
interacting.
you
One sec,
letting this woman bully her?
one sec.
That's why he dropped. Jamesy, no, I get that. Angie, can
Why
you drop her?
You shouldn't have done that.
Angie, can you drop her while I'm in the box, please? Because she's ringing the police and saying I'm stalking her around the
Yeah,
afternoon. She's
you're
coming in to
leaving me
talk
and
to
my
me.
children. None of
been
your
arrested
business.
twice.
My son isn't any of your
so-
business. It's none of your business. Stop talking
Sean
about me
Gibson.
or my kids.
Sean
You are
Gibson.
a abuser and a
Anyway.
harasser. My personal family life is none of your business. You're speculating and lying.
Can I ask you a question? Because I don't like to talk about someone else's trauma, but I did notice on that, let it just say tribunal. I didn't want to mention that because I didn't want to kind of speak on it, but that's the tribunal is usually like compensation, is that not right?
And all I've got to say to you on that is I'm not coming on here to spill all my tea.
Trying to get money out of it, Ange.
A judge has looked at evidence.
No, Ange,
and
she's trying to get money out of it.
sufficient. This woman, look at her. Look at what she's doing to her. She is so
Trying to sue him.
evil. She is so evil.
Trying to
This is
sue him.
look here. You're all
She tried to sue him. That's a wrong. She took it to tribunal to try to sue him for money.
Right, Laura, why don't you troll me instead?
I don't know where Court Assassin went.
You want to troll me instead? Because
Why are you looking into? Why do you want trolled? Why do you think I would run for her? I'm sorry.
it's the fact that you might as well just come off.
Let me ask you this. Do you think that what Court Assassin does on this app's acceptable? Answer.
All right, chill out. Give me time to even breathe.
No,
I
answer.
think
Do you
that
think what
when-
she does on this app's acceptable?
Can
Do
you let
not
me
think-
speak? Can you let me speak? Right.
What?
The drinking stuff with the Barker situation, from a friend, from me to her, I don't like it, Bab.
Dempsey, no, as a mother, I'm not worried. What
One
she does.
second, Laura, man. Ross, if you're going to troll me, you're going to have to behave.
How are you shouting at?
I'm shouting at you, Laura. If
Don't.
you want to be a troll of mine, back up a minute.
Why the fuck would I want to be a troll off yours?
Rest up, Laura.
Right, okay.
I'm trying to talk.
I'll mute.
Damn it. Right, the answer to the question is the drinking with the Barker. I don't like it. I think that Barker's trolling her to get her emotions up and down and see how much she loves people or see how much she wants gifts over love and all this stuff. No one loves Barker, yeah? I think Court Assassin was a loving woman. She's has a lot of trauma with the kids and all these baby dads and all these bottles of brandy and blood clot shits flying in and all this, and it's probably got a bit to her head, yeah? Heart me's and all that. You've came across her and you're thinking, wow, pow, who's this woman that gets the whole world to, pay for her lifestyle? Ra-ta-ta-ta-ta. You've then seen the baby father, which is AJ, and you're thinking, sweet like rascalot chocolate, how has she been so rude to this dude and he's got the pitney? You're then thinking, yo, let me just go and raise up this AJ, see if he's okay. AJ's like a baby. He starts crying to Laura about all the sadness, Laura emphasised with AJ.
Come back in this box.
Laura
AJ, come back in the box.
Yeah, can we get
Laura
AJ back
needs
in the
love.
box?
Laura
guys?
and AJ need love. So they're going to congregate together to get down Court Assassin.
I'm saying you're going to cook my dinner.
Do you understand? Like, Laura, you need to go and see AJ and give him all the loving. Keep away from Court Assassin. She don't want to know ya. If you want to talk about her, you go and talk about her on your
Let's keep
side.
it real. What do you think of her as a parent?
As a parent, listen, we don't live in her yard. I started parenting.
So
at the
both
age
fathers
of
have
20.
custody of their children.
One
Both
second.
fathers.
I was 20 when I had my first.
I was 15. I was 15. James, I know. Still have all my kids in my car. 15 years
Yeah,
old. Age does not matter.
I don't know whether I was a
age does not
good
matter.
parent. I don't know whether I was a good parent at 20 or 21 or 26 or.
Well, I can tell you now. I'm coming
I
for
believe that I got a good
I think
parent.
the fact is, Laura, I think just, I've said it before, you just block each other, blah, blah, blah. You know what he should
Yeah.
have done.
I only got a good parent probably last year. I've only been a good solid parent for about 2
I
years.
had mine when I was 15, and I can say I'm a good parent.
You
I
don't
my
get a
whole life, I'm
parenting
clever.
book. I'm not the best parent. I'm not. But I just try my fucking hardest, and that's it.
Everybody tries their parent. Everybody tries.
Everyone else talk. You know what I mean? For God's sake, Jibs. At the end of the day, there's no, I don't know if AJ's what he said, but I choose to believe him. That's my.
I stand with AJ. I stand with him.
AJ, the true trauma, I do believe, because I'll never not believe a woman that, because unfortunately you're not always going to have the receipts. I don't know why it said tribunal on there. I don't know if that's...
She tried to sue him. That's why it says tribunal. Angie, she took it to a tribunal to try and get money off him. Angie, use your brain. She tried to sue him to get money off him. That's exactly what she did. She didn't get no justice. She didn't get no justice.
He had gone through some kind of violence.
He didn't get no justice through the courts from the place he was found not guilty. He now has solo custody of that little girl. If he was a predator and he preyed on women, he would not have custody of that child. That is the reason why. She came into your box when I was here. I get everybody's going to have their opinion. It's TikTok. Everybody's entitled to have their opinion. But look at things through that child's eyes. How's her children going to think when she behaves when they're older and they come on this app and stuff?
AJ's not in the box. Yeah. AJ's not in the box, guys.
And then for James, to say me and AJ, aren't you allowed to be friends with a male before and anything? Me and AJ don't even talk much. So it's all this here, we're in bed and we're this, that and the other. I don't even come into your box that much either, actually. And you know that, unless it's something either I'm called in or there's this.
I mean, I like AJ, do you know what I mean? And, and I do support him.
Listen, all I want to ask is, for every woman that supports her, do you have your children in your car? Would you allow your children to see the trauma that her children have seen? Do you think that's normal? Would you throw food on the floor for your child to eat? Would you treat your children?
Though? To be fair, that's what AJ said. I'm not saying I disbelieve AJ. However, that's just what AJ said. We don't know whether that's true or not. Do you know what I mean?
Angie has the courts have backed him. The courts have backed him. Social services are backing him, Angie. Do you know what I mean? Social services and the law are backing him. Social services are backing him. People are going, you're obsessed, it's none of your own business. When it comes to safeguarding a child, it's everybody's public knowledge to safeguard a child. You don't walk past and see a child being abused and doing stuff. It's public knowledge. You can safeguard children. No, Chelsea, I won't. Make me. I stand with AJ, and I stand with AJ 10 feet tall, and I would never let anyone say anything bad about him in my chat and stuff. The fella has sole custody of his son. His son doesn't want nothing to do with her. The police and the courts have backed her up. I do believe the police found the daughter's daddy not guilty, and she wasn't happy with that. She wanted money, because let's be honest, court assassin's all about the money, and the money makes her life go round. She chose TikTok over her kids. She has a chance of making herself better, and she chooses not to. And if she's not going to better herself for her children, she will never better herself for anyone. But listen, Angie, I'm going to do a football match now with my...
Thank you, Laura.
Hi, Angie. You okay?
Hi, Angie. I'm not going to let anyone else in, guys. I'm going to shut it down a minute. I need a break.
Oh, my God. I was just going to say, stay the hell out of this. It's too much.
What happened, right? I said what I said because let me explain why I said it's a court assassin, because she's probably cam-2ing or listening, right? And when AJ said that she's made an accusation towards a guy, right, an innocent guy, whether he's innocent or guilty, that I don't know, because it is true, you're not always going to have evidence, right? She did have evidence. It did say she didn't have clear evidence, right?
Yeah.
Like some sort of what she's been through, some violent, attack, okay? Something like that. It did say tribunal. I don't know why it said that. It was a bit weird. But however, it did say that on that letter. I don't know why it would say tribunal, though. Do they? They don't usually take cases like that on, do they?
No, not when it's so serious, no.
No. So that I'm not too sure about. But what I was going to say is, so I, support AJ, absolutely. And he came out with what he came out with. It's all over the FYP. And there's one thing I don't like, right? And that's when a woman accuses a man of grape, right? Because women have really gone through right?
You know what? The majority of us women have been through it all, Angie, to be fair.
Yeah. And, and I
all got on that social media.
He's saying it did happen, right? So I didn't know that, that did happen. I said it was just an accusation, like. So, yeah, maybe I shouldn't have said that, right? Because I've been through that myself, right? However, I mean, because, if you talk on that to me, it is a bit of a trigger. Do you get what I'm saying?
Exactly. I've never, ever brought my two sons into anything.
women that make
Nothing.
accusations towards men, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because there are men in prison as we speak. Yeah,
Oh, yeah, my
That's a
exes.
crime that have not done
Yeah.
it, and that's a fact. Yeah, and I can't.
My ex is in there because he did do it.
Yeah, so it did trigger me with AJ when AJ said that, and he still said that.
I don't understand why that Laura went all in on I mean, I've not got big love.
I can't deal with people butting in. It's really annoying. Yeah, I respect people that have their opinions, but you're going to keep talking over me, I'm going to kick you out the box because it is really annoying. Yeah, I sit here patiently and I listen to people, but I hadn't finished. Oh gosh. So what I was going to say is, I forgot what I was going to say now. But yeah, but like I said, she also sat there and had Corey in the box who said that he doesn't believe me, and didn't kick him out for saying that. So there's a bit of double standards there. Do you know what I mean? But I don't care who believes me or not. Do you know what I mean? That wasn't the issue. This person keeps, oh my God, get out of here. Keep requesting me over and over again, these goddamn battles. Let's put some people in the boxes anyway. I don't know really the situation. I mean, the whole thing about this Laura and that. I don't watch Laura. I don't watch Court Assassin. Court Assassin.
Hi, Angie.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Hi. No, I just love watching it. No, I just wanted to say, I've been watching Court Assassin as donkeys, and I did like her, but at the minute, when you're watching her thing, she seems to take men and drink instead of her kids. You put your kids first, not over it. Men don't go over your kids or drink.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, listen, she's, like people say they talk on me, I'm all over the FYP. So people, and AJ's all over the FYP, people are going to talk on it, and I hardly really talk on Court Assassin, to be fair. I really don't really talk about her a lot.
No, well, I love coming on whenever I do go on to watch you, because I love coming on watching you, and I love watching her. But as when amongst the stuff that she's been saying and doing, like, she's a mother. You had to think of your two kids.
Yeah, apparently she's on there asking people to help her with court costs.
Here's me. I don't understand her. Like, fair enough, her and him split up. He's got the win. The other boys get the win. But if somebody tells you do this or do that to try and get your wins back, you'll do anything to go to get your wins back. But she doesn't seem to be caring. All she seems to be caring on this is crying if Barker's doing this with Ems or Barker's doing that, instead of minding your own business and trying to get on with her own life.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't. Hiya, Lady Di, you alright?
Hello. Yeah, I'm fine, thanks. I think I've missed quite a lot of it, but what I wanted to just add was, we're not all the same, are we? Not every mum's the same. Not every dad's the same. And I actually do think that Court is quite happy the way it's going, that AJ's got full custody, and I don't know the other guy's name, of the children. I think she's quite happy with that, and she just plods along through life. I'm not a big fan of hers, and I do get where people are coming from. Most mothers do want to bring up their own children, don't they? And you never put drink before or whatever. But I do think that she is quite happy to carry on doing what she's doing. And that was just the part I want.
Someone has put hate crime you did today. How was that, Nets? How did you work that one out? Where's the hate crime? Just wondering.
Hate crime?
It's no hate crime.
No. We're just discussing.
No, that's the mods.
Oh.
Yeah, definitely she's always on the... It's not a hate crime, no, absolutely no. You know what I mean? Unless the guy was found guilty, which he wasn't. Now that would be slander, right? And it's not hate crime, it would be slander. But he wasn't found guilty, so there's no slander. Yeah.
Oh, well.
I'll shut down now because I'm tired. I need a break.
I think you do need a break, love. I think you do. So I'm going to jump down, but that was all I wanted to say. I do think that people are very different, and I don't understand where this Laura comes into.
I'm sick of losing it.
And I just don't understand.
That's why I put it there.
Yeah, but he wasn't. He wasn't. Unfortunately, that's the way it is. And I'm not saying he did it. He didn't. You know what I mean? But do I believe he? I do believe her, because I wouldn't not believe a woman that says that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. All right, love. Speak to you later.
All right. See you later, Lady Di. Right, I'm going to come up now, guys. Unless there's anyone else in the box that I know. Who's this? No. All right. Speak to you in a bit, guys. Today's live, Angie, has been spot on. Well done. Thank you, Wayne. Thank you so much. So much for me not getting involved in the drama. But I'm not really involved. I'm just talking about other people's drama, other people's shit. That's on the FYP. It's on the FYP. I speak on it. See you guys.
Bye, Angie.
Bye.